Good afternoon, friends and traders. Welcome to the Market Recap. I am Dan Hodgman. It is Tuesday, January 19th. We are one day away from the inauguration. And man, it's going to be an interesting one. And we'll just leave it at that. Volatility's down. Markets are up. Oil continues to go. Is oil going to continue to keep going? We have rumors about possible Keystone Pipeline being shut down right away. So we'll see what happens. Our job is not to predict where it's going to be in a couple months from now. Our job is to trade what we see. Really excited to see everyone already in the room, even before we clicked in live. I've already got 4 comments, and I didn't even have to say a word. So I might just, or likes, I should say, not comments. 4 likes. I might as well just keep my mouth shut and let the likes roll in. No, I'm kidding. Really, the news across the board is what's happening with the changes of power. Read into it. Do your research. Create your own decisions. That's, I think, the important thing here. Stocks are up. That's a good thing, right? We want to see stocks go up. We are on a 10-year run right now. It's been unbelievable. Let's hope it continues. And again, with the news that's coming in, markets right now are relatively stable. We saw it on January 6th. Everyone thought there was going to be a big spike. There really wasn't for the most part. I think the market started factoring everything in beginning of November. And to this point, the markets are smarter than all of us, and that's the most important thing we got to recognize with a lot of our trading. Let the markets tell us what's going to happen. We can't make those decisions. So whatever comes tomorrow and throughout the next couple months, and however long it takes, let the markets tell us what to do. Other than that, don't think, all right, the break is here or the rally is on. Just trade what you see. I want to say hello to everyone. Level 2 seems like you're back. Felix, good to see you. Level 2's back, finished the house and back in the swing combine. Outstanding. Charles, good to see you. Got some good prices on Tesla, looks like level 2. Tanya, how are you? James, great to see you guys. And nope, level 2, I have not. I have some long-term stuff in crude oil. Let's just leave it at that. It's doing all right. So, again, like I said, the news is the news. We had a really fun Coach's Playbook, though, today. I hope you guys all check it out. Level 2, you're talking about just getting back into things, getting a little bit of comfortable and doing the swing combine. Great thing. So we talked today, Coach's Playbook, about the change from simulated to real. And then we just recorded the podcast that comes out on Thursday where Jack and I get really deep into it. So make sure you guys check those out. Let us know what you think. If you've got questions, answered a ton of them last Thursday during the recap. Myself, founder and CVO of Top Step, Michael Patak, sat down for an hour taking questions, going through things. So those of you that joined us, thank you. We had a spectacular time. If we didn't get to your question, like I said then, I do apologize. So bring them in here. Myself, John Hoagland, we're always open to answer questions. Got a ton of great questions today during Coach's Playbook. So anytime we're on, you guys know the times. Make sure you let us know. Ask any question, whether it's trading or Top Step related. And if we don't have the answer, we'll find the answer for you. Rod, good to see you. Hedging my gas bill. Level 2, my old man stopped by my house today, and the first thing he asked me, he said, "What's your gas bill?" I just looked at it. My gas bill this last month, it's the highest it has been since I bought my house 2.5 years ago. Unbelievable. I'm not complaining. It's still not that high. And my electrical bill is always nice and low. Half my house runs off a gas generator, natural gas generator. So that one's pretty great. Richie, good to see you. Haven't seen your name in here, so welcome to the group. And why don't we go ahead, take a look at what happened in these markets here today, and we'll go from there. As always, we're starting with our crude oil. So again, yesterday we're coming off kind of an abbreviated, strange holiday type day. Markets were relatively quiet yesterday for the most part. Opened up this morning, and the initial move We opened up right at settlement price, and this market took off from there. Remember, settlement price $52.42. That was the move. If you missed that open move, totally okay. We got another opportunity. We got that pullback where we came into that overnight consolidation area. We pulled right back and gave us another chance. And this is what I love to see. Swing highs, those areas that bring attention. That's exactly where this market went to the tick, and fell into a small range. But strong upside move. This is what's going to start to catch my attention over the next couple days, or the next while. Is I'm going to kind of start to watch this area here. Multiple swing highs. Is this going to be a triple top, or does the market move right through here? So we'll keep an eye on this market as we approach higher. Again, we're kind of looking at that 53.80 mark. We'll round it up to that, but be conscious of that one as this market moves higher. Look for opportunity to or away from that price. Next, let's go ahead and look at the S&P 500, which we had some nice moves here today. Market opened up and it made that initial move down to settlement price. It never got there. We found rejection as soon as the market came to last Friday's point of control. I didn't even throw on any sort of volume profile for yesterday because it really doesn't matter. So market came down right to Friday's point of control. From there, bounced right back up and came and checked overnight highs. Gotta love how these areas that we talk about, these levels we talk about each and every day, always come into play in a nice way. I see some questions here. I'll jump on those here in just a minute. Next, let's go ahead and look at the NASDAQ, which was the strong, nice move here of the day. Just like S&Ps, this market attempted to push lower. This one didn't even make it to point of control. It could not accept in Friday's value area. Market rejected right away and took off to the races. Big moves here, falling towards consolidation from late last week. We saw this market fall into a little bit of a pattern last week, and that's exactly where our market came up to here today. Now, 13,000 is the point to keep an eye on. 13,000 is the point to keep an eye on. Going to continue to keep an eye on this level. Is it going to reject or are we going to break through? That's going to be our big question here. I don't know if we're going to see it in the overnight, but definitely want to pay attention to this one. Next, let's go ahead and look at the gold. Rough day. Gold falling into maintaining the range that it traded in yesterday and hasn't made any sort of directional move. And this, I think, has to do with some questions. What's going to happen over the next couple weeks? Are people going to have to hedge positions? Are people going to flight to quality? What are we going to be doing? Those are the things that we're going to pay attention to. So really, today's opportunity, let that open hour kind of define our range, trade based off of that range until the market tells us otherwise. There's really not much to say about gold here today. Really a relatively tight range, about $6. Lastly, let's look at these currencies and we'll get on out of here. Well, the euro made great overnight move, rallied nice and higher as soon as we opened up, broke back down, nothing. Really as simple as that. There was nothing post the rally in the overnight session. I don't have much to say there at all either. And the same goes for yen. Yen was choppy. Remember, we are talking about, John and I are working on implementing probably a new product, maybe replacing the yen. If you have an issue with that, let us know. But I think that's kind of where we're leaning, as the yen really has had such tight ranges. We always know overnight moves tend to be where the trade is at with the yen. So maybe this evening we'll see some more opportunity in this market. Keep an eye on that dollar as always. All right, guys, I know it's a little short here, but relatively kind of a quiet day for a few of these markets. So I see some questions coming in here. I want to make sure I check them out. Prima, I didn't get to ask during Coach's Playbook if you guys notice any changes in performance from the combine to funded account with newer traders. Prima, everyone is totally different. No doubt about it. Some traders come into it with the wrong mentality. I think if you come into the funded account with the proper mentality that this is just the beginning, this is not the end. If you come into it thinking my goal is to make money over time and not right away, you'll do well. I think that's where the big difference is. It's not newer traders versus older traders. It's really that mentality that you come in with it. I think the traders that tend to come in looking to make it as quickly as possible tend to be the ones that lose that account a little bit too soon. The ones that take their time, keep things small, really start to grow that account little by little, those are the ones that stay in these accounts for quite some time. They get to start to consistently do withdrawals. So that's really the big thing I start to notice between the difference. Honestly, I think newer traders tend to do okay. When they get to that funded account, it's their first time there usually, and they've got a decent mentality. They're still coming in. They haven't, experienced too much, and so they do all right. And the more veteran traders, as long as they have that proper mentality and they trade the account size that they have and not what they want, they do well as well. Real fast computer. Hi, I had a couple questions for the next Q&A with the founder. First question was, well, if you feel like answering, I'll do my best. All right, level 2, how do you analyze holiday trading? Level 2 really just depends. A lot of times, like yesterday, some of these markets were just legitimately closed. I don't look too much into it. If volume is extremely low, I may take a look at if there's, a range that it was in, or a swing high or a swing low. But I'm not putting a whole lot of stock into holiday hours. All right, hi. How do taxes work? I made an S-Corp a couple years ago for my plan to be wealthy and need tax breaks. That plan did not work. I have continued to lose money, and I am stuck with this S-Corp, which is a chore to maintain. The S-Corp, real valuable for tax purposes, or was I just foolish to think that I should keep the failed corporation and continue my plan to go out of business? Well, I am not a tax professional. No one here at Top Step is. I know some people that have S-Corps, but I'm not really, that's not something we would answer here at Top Step. I highly recommend talking with a tax professional. That's the best thing I can do. No one here would be able to help you with that one. I do apologize, real fast computer. If it's trading questions, I can help you with that. And I do things for taxes as well, but I do it a little different in my own personal stuff. But again, I'm not a tax professional, so I don't really have much to add. Miguel, hi Dan, from what time are you drawing the profile? Miguel, every market's different. I tend to draw the profiles. Regular trading hours is what John and I do. So, crude oil 8 a.m., equities 8:30 a.m. We start those. Gold and currencies start at 7:20, so you kind of got to pick there, 7 or 7:30, and you run them till they're closed. Former pick close. So crude oil, what's that? 13:30, 1:30. Equities 3 o'clock. Gold and currencies 2 o'clock. Awesome. So you guys got some advice for real fast money for things to look at for taxes. Awesome. Level 2, you guys could look at the Great British Pound and U.S. dollar. Well, level 2, that's a Forex thing. And we have other things in work for the Forex market with some videos and content that we are working on. I would say keep an eye out in about 2 weeks or so, and we might have some stuff coming out for that one. So we'll stick to futures on this show, and a different show might be bringing in Forex in the next couple weeks. So keep your eyes peeled. Awesome, guys. Well, as always, we got to take a look at our buys and sells. Remember, we bought Bitcoin at $34,515. Bitcoin right now. Yeah, find my chart again. Disappeared on me. Bitcoin right now, $36,725. So we got a little bit above $2,300 in our Bitcoin. So we're making money there. How are we doing on Airbnb? Last we looked, we were up money on Airbnb. Airbnb, we are still up money. We're up from the last time we checked. Remember, we bought Airbnb at $148.30. We're trading $173.69. $173.69 in Airbnb. We got a question. Do all successful day traders use charting platforms like Ninja, Sierra, or do some only use the web app TS Trader? I feel like the web app could be faster connection to the exchange. No, I recommend downloads. Web apps, you're restricted based off of the browser that you're using. I recommend downloading it. I also recommend hardwiring your computer and not trading off of Wi-Fi. Personally, that's how I do it. I like charting with Sierra really after so many years. I'm over it if I can be profitable only charting with TS Trader. You for sure can, but I recommend getting the desktop version, the downloadable, not the web-based. There's so many platforms out there. Thinkorswim. I use T4 TT myself. I use both of those. So many options. Really, it comes down to which one you're most comfortable with. And you trade based off of that. But I definitely recommend making sure it's a downloaded one and always updating it. Updates come pretty consistently, so just make sure you're updating it and really find the platform that works for you. I don't think you want to pick a platform because maybe something's a little bit cheaper here or there. Find one that you find the most comfortable. Like I said, I find my comfort, I've used CQG, I've used Ninja, I've used so many different ones, and I tend to focus on T4 and TT. We don't have TT here at Top Step. That's a professional platform, but T4 tends to be the closest one to that, so I like those ones. All right. Yeah, Jonathan, I definitely understand that one. I think the web-based one is a difficult one to use. You're hindered by the browser that you're using. We've all seen our computers get slow if we got too many tabs open or whatever the case is. So just throw on the desktop, hardwire your computer. My trading computer is hardwired. Doesn't even have ability to be Wi-Fi'd. So it's 100% hardwire. I don't even want the capability to Wi-Fi this thing. I don't trust it. I don't trust trading with Wi-Fi. All right. We touched on news. We touched on our stocks. Let's take a quick glance at where Tesla's at. $844. Not a bad stock to have. And VIX 23. Floated at 23 essentially all day long and didn't make any changes from there. That's what we got here today. Last thing, this date in history. We got a couple things going on. The first one, we've all heard of him. We've probably all read at least one or two of his books, poems. Edgar Allan Poe was born on this day in 1809. I like that one. We've got, I know I had one more good one at least. This one I liked. First ever McDonald's drive-thru in Beijing opened up on this date in 2007. On that note, guys, that's what I got for us here today. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Central Time for the market forecast with John Hoagland. I'm sure tomorrow is going to be a good one. So, my advice, sit on your hands. Don't rush into anything. We have an idea of what's going to happen tomorrow. Joe Biden is going to get inaugurated as president. That is fact. That's going to happen. Hopefully, that's it. Hopefully, everything else goes swimmingly. But don't be afraid to sit on your hands if you are in a position. Do not walk away from the computer in case something happens for too long. Don't fall asleep while you're trading. Make sure you know where that exit and cancel all is. So important. So just be cautious on that stuff, everybody. So anyhow, on that note, I'm going to sign on out of here. I hope you all had a great day. We got a long week ahead of us. Looking forward to some good opportunity until tomorrow. So stay safe. Wash your hands. Trade smart. Trade well. I look forward to seeing all you guys in the markets. Trade well, everybody.